Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss whether or not the American Express Platinum Card is still the king of travel credit cards. Now I have the American Express Platinum Card, and ever since I've gotten this card, it has dramatically improved my travel experience. Being able to get myself lounge access, and then also having hotel status, and then all the other different benefits that come with this card has been absolutely awesome since getting this card. Now for years, this card used to be at battle with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, but about a year ago, Capital One launched the Venture X card, and that card, in my opinion, ends up being just a better version of the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at the American Express Platinum card and the Venture X card and see which one ends up actually winning the throne of being the best travel credit card. Now first, let's do a quick breakdown of the cards. The American Express Platinum card is going to have a $695 annual fee. This card has earning potential of giving you 5x back on flights, 5x back on prepaid hotels booked through Amex's travel, and then 1x back on all the purchases. Now, even though the annual fee is very high, this card has a bunch of credits to help offset. So I'm gonna quickly try to run through the different credits that connect with this card. It's gonna end up being a $200 airline credit, a $200 hotel credit, a $240 digital entertainment credit, a $200 Uber credit, $189 Clear credit, a $100 Saks Fifth Avenue credit. You're gonna get yourself Hilton Gold status, Marriott Gold status, a $300 credit to Equinox, $155 Walmart Plus credit, lounge access, purchase protection, and then travel insurances such as trip delay, trip cancellation, and then also car rental insurance. American Express claims that all these different perks and benefits that are connected with the American Express Platinum Card are gonna give you over $1,400 in value. So even though this card does have a $695 annual fee, even if you can only take advantage of half of the perks that connect to this card, you're still gonna come out positive for having it. So now that we did a quick rundown of the American Express Platinum Card, let's do the same with the Venture X card. So the Venture X card is going to have a $395 annual fee, significantly lower than the American Express Platinum Card. And when it comes to earning potential with this card, you're gonna get yourself 2x back on all purchases, and you can also get yourself higher multipliers when booking through Capital One's travel portal. You can get yourself 10x back on hotels and car rentals through Capital One's travel portal, and then 5x back on flights through Capital One's travel portal. Now, when it comes to perks and benefits connected with this card, you're going to get yourself lounge access, a $300 travel credit when you end up booking through Capital One's travel portal. You're going to get yourself 10,000 venture miles that can end up being equivalent to about $100 in value. You're also going to get yourself TSA pre-check and some travel insurances as well. So now that we've done a quick breakdown of the two cards, let's actually do a comparison of the cards. So when it comes to earning potential, with the American Express Platinum Card, you get yourself 5x back on flights, and then also 5x back on prepaid hotels booked through Amex's travel, 1x back on all the purchases. But when it comes to the Venture X, you're going to get yourself 2x back on all purchases, and you can get your higher multipliers when it comes to booking through Capital One's travel portal of either 10x or 5x. Now, when you compare these two, if I had to choose, honestly, I'm gonna go with the Venture X card, because the Venture X card, being able to get 2x back in all purchases, I think ends up being stronger than getting 5x back on flights. And then if I actually want to get the higher multipliers, I can use Capital One's travel portal. I'd prefer not to use the travel portal due to the amount of issues that can end up coming with that. But if I actually want to get those higher multipliers, at least I actually do have that as an option. If you were to spend $5,000 on just flights with the American Express Platinum Card, you get yourself 25,000 membership reward points. To get the same amount of points, you'd have to spend $12,500 with the Venture X card, but this is in all purchases. Now, if I was actually to look at the two, I think most people are actually gonna be spending $12,500 on their credit card to be able to get that 25,000 Venture X miles, because you get 2x back in all purchases, versus spending $5,000 in flights. I do not think that most people end up spending $5,000 in flights in a normal year. Some people definitely do, but I think that that's actually gonna be harder. So when it actually comes to earning potential, I think that the Venture X is going to win out in that category. Next, we're gonna look at lounges. Now, when it comes to the different lounges between the two cards, with the Capital One Venture X card, you're going to get yourself the Priority Pass lounges, and then you're also gonna get the ability to access Capital One's lounges. So Capital One just launched their new lounges, and they don't actually have that many out there, but they seem decent. But I think that it's fair to say that they're not on the same level as the Centurion lounges you end up getting with the American Express Platinum Card. So you're also gonna get yourself Priority Pass, but you also get access to the Centurion lounges, and there's going to be a lot more of those out right now. Now, maybe Capital One will end up catching up and then trying to get the same amount as the Centurion Lounge. But with the American Express Platinum Card, you get the ability to get the Centurion Lounge, the Priority Pass, and if you actually happen to be flying Delta, you also can get yourself access to the Delta Sky Club. So you just have the ability to get more lounge access with the American Express Platinum Card. However, with the Venture X card, if you actually are looking for families, I think it actually can make more sense to actually get yourself the Venture X card, because you can have free authorized users with this card, and your authorized users actually end up getting Priority Pass. So if you end up actually giving your wife an authorized user card, then she can actually have the ability to bring other people in as well with her priority pass. So if you happen to have a family of like 5 or 6, then having a couple people with priority pass access can definitely help out a lot for the trip to allow everyone to be in the priority pass lounge. So I would say when it comes to families, you look at something like the Venture X for authorized user cards with priority pass lounge access. But if you happen to be a single person like myself, then I'm perfectly fine with having the American Express Platinum card and all the available lounges that I end up getting with it. Next, we're gonna look at transfer partners. Now, while I do think that Capital One has some decent transfer partners, I don't think that they compare to the American Express transfer partners. Capital One does have Turkish Miles and Smiles, which ends up being a nice transfer partner to take advantage of, but American Express is gonna have ANA, it's gonna have hotels such as Hilton or Marriott. Just being able to have so many more options with their transfer partners with American Express makes me end up choosing them, and that honestly is a big part of actually earning these points, because if you just happen to be looking to get these points and just redeem for like a statement credit, the transfer partners aren't gonna matter that much, but you shouldn't wanna get these cards to do it for that reason. You want to get these cards to take advantage of the transfer partners, because that's what allows you to get the most value for your points. So if you're someone who wants to go in business class or in first class to somewhere around the globe, or if you actually want to stay in super nice hotels, then getting yourself membership reward points is going to be a lot stronger than yourself Venture X miles. Next, I want to look at sign-up bonuses. Currently right now, the American Express Platinum card has a higher sign-up bonus where you're going to end up getting yourself 100,000 membership reward points after you're spending $6,000 in the first 6 months of having this card. But if you end up looking at the Venture X card, when it first launched, it did actually have a 100,000 point sign-up bonus, but right now the sign-up bonus for that card is only going to be 75,000 points when you end up hitting the minimum spend. So if you end up looking at which one's going to give you more points, at least initially, the American Express Platinum card is going to win there. So who do I actually think wins out on being the king of luxury travel credit cards? Well, I think that for the average person, the Capital One Venture X card is going to be the king of luxury travel credit cards. Because when it comes to its earning potential, it's going to end up being stronger. When it comes to the annual fee, while I think that both of them can definitely be offset if you end up taking advantage of the perks and benefits that are connected with these cards, I do think that most people are going to be able to take advantage of the credits that are connected with the Capital One Venture X card a lot easier. All you have to do is make a purchase in Capital One's travel portal of $300, and you end up getting yourself a $300 credit back, and you end up also getting yourself 10,000 Venture miles every single year. So that makes it very easy, I think, for a lot of people to definitely end up doing that. Whereas the American Express Platinum card, while they end up giving you so many benefits, you can actually end up coming out positive if you end up taking advantage of all these benefits. I think that many people will actually end up forgetting to take advantage of the Uber credit every single month, or not use the hotel credit, or whichever one ends up being. So I do think that there are a lot of people who can end up getting the American Express Platinum card and then end up only getting themselves maybe $300 or $400 in value from those perks and benefits, and the $695 annual fee is going to cut into their earnings. You know, you end up getting yourself more lounge access with the American Express Platinum card. I think that most people aren't going to be missing it that much, and they're going to be perfectly fine with the Venture X card's priority pass. But if you're someone who's getting deep into the points and miles game and starting to understand how to take advantage of the different perks and benefits, and also is having multiple cards with a certain program to end up hitting all the different multipliers, I think that the American Express Platinum card can still end up being king of luxury travel credit cards. By itself, no, it's not the king of travel credit cards. But I do think that if you happen to combine it with other cards and then take advantage of the different perks and benefits with this card, it can end up being an incredible addition to your wallet and definitely give you awesome value. Getting 5x back booking directly with airlines, I think, is a nice multiplier to hit. None of these other luxury travel credit cards that have transfer partners end up actually giving you that 5x back with booking directly with airlines. So while I do think that the Capital One Venture X card is going to be the king of luxury travel credit cards, I would prefer to have the American Express Platinum card if I could combine it with other credit cards in the American Express program. But let me know in the comment section down below what you end up thinking of the American Express Platinum card. Do you think it's even still a strong luxury travel credit card, or do you think the card's pretty weak and you prefer to have something like the Venture X or the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Drop it down in the comment section down below. Now, if you happen to be interested in any American Express card, I will actually have a referral link down below. If you decide to use it, it will help out the channel. I'll be very thankful for your support. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do happen to have any questions, drop them down in the comment section down below, and I'll do the best I can to answer them. If you happen to really like this video, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.